Yo, what's up guys? It's Noah here, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking through some player props I like on Prizepicks for today's MLB slate on Thursday, June the 12th. We do have a smaller slate today, only 8 games, which is usually not a big slate for MLB. Typically on MLB days you have like anywhere from 12 to 15 games, but only 8 games today. I am recording this video the night before, recording this on Wednesday night. Right now, there's not like a ton of props up. You can see there's like a lot of demons and goblins, but obviously like demons and goblins, I've said this before, they're not props that I typically give out. They're you can do the math on them mathematically. They're just not the best type of plays to take. They don't give you the best payouts in my opinion relative to what they should pay out. So I try and find props that aren't demons and goblins, and the night before, it's kind of hard because you can see all the demons and goblins on the board, but I still was able to find 2 early plays that I did like for these 8 games on Thursday. And we're going to break down these plays, guys. We're going to share why I like them. Now, before we do get started, make sure that you guys hit that like button down below. If you do enjoy these Prizepicks videos, make sure to hit that subscribe button as well. And if you guys are new to the channel and if you don't have an account over on Prizepicks, be sure to go sign up. Use that promo code NOAH when you do sign up for Prizepicks with my promo code and place your first $5 lineup. You're going to get $50 instantly added to your account. This is an easy way to build your bankroll up on Prizepicks. Make sure to use that code NOAH when you do sign up. And then also I do want to give a quick shout out to Sleeper because we do have a partnership with Sleeper as well. You guys can go sign up for Sleeper. Use promo code NOAH over there. You'll get your first deposit matched up to $100. So you sign up for Sleeper, use that code NOAH, make a deposit. You can deposit however much money you want, but if you do deposit up to $100, you will get an additional $100 to play with. So this is another way to start to build your bankroll up on Sleeper. And if you guys don't know what Sleeper is, they're a DFS pick'em app, very similar to Prizepicks and all the other pick'em apps that you see around the industry. You just pick more or less on player projection. It's very simple, very easy to use. You build out your lineup. You can do multi-sport lineups. You can make up to 8 picks in your lineup, and you can win up to 100x your money. And one of the benefits of playing on Sleeper, one of the best things about Sleeper, is that they do a lot of discounts and promotions throughout the week. They're always giving out discounted player props. They're giving out payout boosts, multiplier boosts. They'll do protected plays as well for a bunch of different sports. So go sign up for Sleeper, guys. And again, use that promo code NOAH if you have not signed up for Sleeper yet. But yeah, we got 2 plays here to talk about for this slate on Thursday. Now, I do want to recap our plays from our last MLB video, which was on Tuesday. I did not make an MLB video for Wednesday because it was the NBA Finals on Wednesday, so I did an NBA video. But on Tuesday for MLB, we gave out 3 picks Tuesday. We hit 2 of our 3 plays, so solid. Obviously, would have liked to have gotten the full suite, but unfortunately, we took an over on Lance McCullers' fantasy score in a matchup against the White Sox that I liked a lot for Lance McCullers, but he did not pitch very well, did not have his best stuff, gave up like 3 or 4 runs. I think he only pitched like 4 or 5 innings, didn't go very deep in the game, just wasn't super sharp, and that can happen in baseball. Guys are not gonna pitch at their best, every single start. But I did like that spot a lot for Lance McCullers. Definitely would have thought he would have pitched a lot better in that spot than he did. But we still hit 2 out of 3 plays on Wednesday or on Tuesday for our MLB video, so hopefully you guys were still able to make some money. Let's see if we can hit both these plays here for Thursday. So the first prop that I liked for Thursday is going to be a strikeout prop, and I'm liking Jameson Taillon for more than 4.5 strikeouts. So Jameson Taillon, if you look at his game log, like he's had some good starts and some bad starts lately. Like he had 7 Ks against Miami, and then he faced Miami again and only had 2 Ks. Then he had 7 Ks against the Rockies, but then only 2 Ks against Detroit. Then he had 5 Ks against he had 2 Ks against Cincinnati, and then he had 5 Ks against Detroit. So it's kind of been up and down for Taillon as of late. But I do like this spot a lot for him to be able to rack up some strikeouts going up against the Pirates. The Pirates have been a pretty high strikeout team, kind of the last few seasons and this season as well. If you look at their strikeout rate versus right-handed pitching, the Pirates do have the 12th highest K rate, 22%. And then if we look at their strikeout rate on the road, they're striking out a little bit more on the road, 23.4%, which puts him at 8th highest, tied for 8th highest. So Pittsburgh has struck out a decent amount against right-handed pitching this season. They've struck out even more on the road. And then if you look at their splits, like over the last 14 days, they've been striking out a good amount as of late. Over the last 14 days, Pittsburgh has the 5th highest strikeout rate at 23.8% over that 14-day sample. So Pittsburgh not only striking out a good amount this season versus right-handed pitching and on the road, but they've also been striking out a good amount as of late. Now, Taillon, at this point in his career, he's not a high strikeout guy. Like, he's never been an elite strikeout guy. I mean, his career high K percentage was in 2021 when he had a 23.2% K percentage. Throughout his career, he's kind of been like a 20% to like 22% strikeout rate guy. So he's just kind of been like a league average strikeout pitcher. But we have seen him be able to get Ks when he does get favorable matchups. Like, you look, he had 7 Ks against the Rockies, which is a good matchup. He had 7 against the Marlins. He had 7 against the Athletics, 6 against Detroit. 6 against Texas, 5 against Detroit, 5 against Milwaukee. If you look at his starts this season, I believe he's gone over this line in half of his starts, I think. 6, 7, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 7 out of 13 starts, he's gone over this line this season. And if you look at the 6 starts that he went under against the Mets, a very low strikeout team. He went under against the Padres, a very low strikeout team. He went under against the Reds, only had 2 Ks against the Reds. You probably would have expected him to have more Ks there. Only had 2 Ks when he faced the Marlins, but he did face the Marlins for a second time. So, kind of makes sense that he didn't get as many Ks against Miami because it was their second time seeing him in a row. But then he also had just 2 Ks against the Phillies, a very low strikeout team, and he had just 1 strikeout against the Diamondbacks, a very low strikeout team. So a lot of his starts this season where he has gone under this line have been tough matchups for strikeouts. This is obviously not that, with Pittsburgh being a pretty high K team. Again, Taillon, not an elite strikeout pitcher, but he's a guy that can definitely get 5 Ks, especially when it's a favorable matchup like this. Taillon also been pretty good at home this season, and he's been racking up more strikeouts at home as well. Not only is his ERA a run and a half lower at home, but his strikeout rate's also almost 5% higher at home. 21.9% strikeout rate at home this season, 17.1% on the road. So yeah, I like this spot a lot for Taillon going up against Pittsburgh, pitching at home. Going to be some good pitching conditions as well in Chicago today. Wrigley Field, for those of you that don't know, it's the most wind-sensitive ballpark. So when the winds are blowing in, it greatly helps the pitchers because it's just harder to hit balls out of the park at Wrigley when the wind's blowing in, and then vice versa when the winds are blowing out. It's a lot easier to hit home runs. It's a lot better hitting conditions when the winds are blowing out. But for this game on Thursday night, it's going to be cool, 68 degrees, winds blowing in at around 10 miles per hour. So that should help Taillon as well with some good pitching weather in this game. So a lot of things working in Taillon's favor here. I do like him for more than 4.5 strikeouts. And then our other prop that we're going to take is going to be a hitter prop, a hitter fantasy score. We're going to go down to this Astros and White Sox game, and I like Christian Walker for more than 5 hitter fantasy score. So Christian Walker, he has not had a great season this year with the Astros. He was really good when he was on the Diamondbacks. I think he's been on the Diamondbacks almost, I want to say, like his whole career. I'm not exactly sure on that, but he's, his last like 3 or 4 seasons with Arizona, he's been really good. I mean, he had he's a hitter that has shown like a lot of power throughout his career. A high WOBA, high slugging percentage, relatively good batting average. He's a guy that hits the ball really hard. And this season with the Astros, he's just not been nearly as good. Like his WOBA's down, his expected slugging's a little bit down, his expected batting average a little bit down. He's been striking out more this season. He's not been walking as much. Like, Christian Walker's definitely having a bad season for his standards. But I do like this matchup for him going up against Davis Martin. So Davis Martin pitching for the White Sox today. Davis Martin has not been very good this season. He's definitely a pitcher that we want to attack. And he's a pitcher that's due for a lot of negative regression. So if you look, Davis Martin has a 3.62 ERA this season, but his expected ERA is 5.55. So that shows he's been getting a little bit lucky, whether it's with, giving up a lot of hard contact and those hard hit balls just not, leaving the park, or those hard hit balls resulting in outs, because, that can happen. Guys can give up 100-mile-per-hour lineouts, 100-mile-per-hour ground outs. That can happen in baseball. But when you're constantly giving up hard hits like that, you're going to start to see teams score runs on you, teams get hits. So I think we're definitely going to start to see some negative regression coming for Davis Martin. He's been giving up a lot of hard hits this season. Like, I think his hard hit percentage is 47.1%, which ranks in the bottom 14% in the MLB. His expected batting average is 309, which ranks in the bottom 4% of MLB. And then if you look at his like strikeout stuff, like he's not a pitcher that really strikes out many guys. He has just a 15.6% strikeout rate, which ranks bottom 7% in the league. One thing that Davis Martin has done a good job of this season, he hasn't really been walking a lot of batters. He has just a 5.5% walk rate. But other than that, he's been pretty bad everywhere else. So I think this is a spot where the Astros can definitely put up some runs. The Astros do have a 4.7 implied run total today, which is relatively high. Like if you look at this slate, I think that's tied for third highest or fourth highest on the slate. So I think the Astros can definitely put up some runs here on Davis Martin. And Christian Walker, I do like targeting in the spot. Christian Walker historically has been really, really good against left-handed pitching, but actually this season he's actually been better against right-handed pitching. He's only batting 103 against lefties this season, but he's batting 223 against righties. And then if you look at his home and road splits, he's been a lot better at home as well. He's batting 252 at home, whereas on the road he's batting just 165. And then if you look at a lot of his other stats at home, have been a lot better. His on-base percentage is over 100 points higher at home. His slugging is it's 150 points higher at home. His OPS is almost 300 points higher at home. Relatively similar ISO at home versus on the road, but 116 WRC plus at home, only a 36 WRC plus on the road. And then if you look at his stats at home versus right-handed pitching, those are even better. So Christian Walker has hit right-handed pitching decently this season. Not great, but decently. He's definitely hit right-handed pitching better than left-handed pitching, and he's been really good at home. And then if we look at Davis Martin splits, Davis Martin's a pitcher that actually has had reverse splits. He's actually done a lot worse against right-handed hitters than left-handed hitters, which typically is not the case. Typically, right-handed pitchers are gonna struggle more against left-handed hitters, and left-handed pitchers are gonna struggle more against right-handed pitchers. That's typically the case, but it's not always the case. There's definitely certain guys, maybe how they throw their pitches, maybe their the way they release the ball out their hands. Like there's a lot of ways that pitchers can have reverse splits. And so far this season, Davis Martin has been a reverse splits pitcher. He's actually been doing a lot worse against right-handed hitters. Right-handed hitters are hitting 288 off Davis Martin with a 323 on-base percentage, 466 slug. And then if we look at Davis Martin's splits on the road and at home, Davis Martin been worse on the road. 4.36 road ERA compared to a 3.02 ERA at home, giving up a 270 average on the road, 326 on base percentage, 468 slugging. His numbers versus right-handed hitters on the road are even worse. So there's a lot of boxes that we can check in this spot for Christian Walker. He's had a down season, but he's been hitting the ball better lately. Did have a home run on Wednesday night. Hopefully he can keep that momentum going into this game on Thursday night. I do like the spot for him and the Astros to put up some runs here. So give me Christian Walker, more than 5 hitter fantasy score as our other play for today. So we got 2 picks here, guys, for this slate on Thursday. Again, I'm recording this video the night before. The board is pretty thin right now. There's not a ton of great plays, looking at the board the night before, but still wanted to give you guys something. These are the 2 plays I like most from what's available. And as always, I do give out more Prizepicks plays every single day over on Patreon. So if you guys want to get more Prizepicks plays from me, more analysis, all the analysis I give out in these videos, I do the same thing on Patreon, except I just do it in written form instead of doing a video. So you can check that out. That's linked down below in the description. But as always, appreciate you guys watching. Hit that like button down below. Hit that subscribe button too. And if you guys are new to the channel and if you don't have an account over on Prizepicks, make sure to go sign up for Prizepicks. Use that promo code NOAH. When you do sign up for Prizepicks with my promo code, place your first $5 lineup. You're going to get $50 instantly added to your account. So check out Prizepicks if you have not yet. But good luck, guys. Let's win some money, and I'll see you guys in the next video.